Hey everyone, it's Dinah, and we are here for the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It's out, and truth be told, I forgot this was coming out this month. I thought this being the holiday special that it is, and as the trailer showed us, this being the very aptly kind of Christmas themed holiday special that it is too. I forgot it was actually coming out like in November, and I think looking back now, especially to my because I did react to the trailer and everything, but then looking back, and I think thinking back to the reaction I did too, I think I actually did notice that it said 25th of November release. I thought, oh, okay, that's only about a month out. But then a week went by, and I think it just completely slipped my mind that it was actually coming out at the end of November. So yeah, this actually completely surprised me. I think we've had like other kind of like just other kind of news and other bits and pieces kind of popping up in between that. I think honestly, my kind of awareness of Disney Plus releasing and Disney Plus kind of stuff happening has been almost exclusively limited to Andor, because I'm playing catch up with that. Is so fucking good. I'm playing quite a bit of catch up, to be fair, with Andor, but and or like that being a weekly release thing on the way to this too was understandably generating a bit more buzz, and people are loving Andor, and I'm loving Andor. Not too far into it, but still, it's a really great show so far. So I don't think at this point, at the time of this recording now, it's actually it's finished. Like season 1 is completely fully released, and I think we have like season 2 on the way in a couple of years as well. So there's that. So Andor will be coming up on the channel soon too. So that's just a little kind of thing. But yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. So we had one trailer a month ago, which seemed fun. It did kind of showcase the Guardians in kind of Christmas spirits and everything, and getting ready to celebrate Christmas, and then Drax and Mantis on their way to search for a Christmas present to cheer Peter up and everything, because he's still bummed out over 2014 Gamora's absence from his life and everything, and Gamora's absence from his life in general. So they're going to find a Christmas present for him, and then the trailer showed us that the Christmas present they actually find for him is actually the MCU's iteration of Kevin Bacon. So yeah, I mean, I say MCU iteration. I think that sounds fairly accurate to say. I think no idea, I mean, he's playing himself, so they might literally just kind of be like, oh yeah, it's the exact same Kevin Bacon from the real world, but he's just in the MCU, so it might just be that kind of like a meta thing, and not like a super complex kind of interwoven personality that they've written for him in this either. So honestly, it might just be honestly, I think especially knowing James Gunn too, knowing that he directed this and wrote this and everything, it might just be like James Gunn throwing Drax and Mantis into his house, and then just filming, just like no script required for it. It's just like like telling Kevin Bacon that, okay, two aliens are about to just barge into your house, so just react however you think you'd react in real life, and they're trying to hunt you down for a Christmas present for another human and everything. So just act how you'd act, and just filmed it from there. So who knows? Who honestly knows? So I think we do have like the kind of pretty much all the other Guardians back for this as well. I think Groot's been growing up a bit and everything, and the Guardians are just celebrating kind of or at least seeing Christmas celebrated out in space and everything. So that's the whole thing. So yeah, I think the trailer alone showed off like a really fun, really kind of interesting and simple kind of premise too. So it should be a good enough time. So yeah, and this is also yet another special presentation too. The first one they did was a Werewolf by Night, which was an absolute blast. I loved it to bits, and it was also just generally like a really well received special presentation they did. So this one, yeah, I think don't know if this one's also going to fill out the kind of hour mark that the first one did, or if this one going to be any different. But yeah, I guess we'll find out. I think it didn't. I didn't really kind of check to see if there was any like a time kind of stamp thing on the actual kind of page before I hit play or anything. So I guess I'll just find out going into it. But yeah, just like I mean, Werewolf by Night, I think that is the first iteration. That is the first presentation we've had in that thing too. Like I think we had a Man-Thing reference before, kind of, if you follow Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but then we haven't really had anything else like kind of very specifically leading up to Werewolf by Night. I think that was the first thing we got in its style and that kind of story and everything, and those characters and everything. But then with this one, we've had two kind of full length kind of Guardians movies, and a third one is on the way to like the volume 3, and this were filmed back to back. So and kind of produced and everything by by James Gunn, so he's been working hard with this, and even over at DC and everything, doing his stuff over at DC, like Suicide Squad and Peacemaker and all that kind of stuff. So he's working hard and hardly working. So yeah, so Volume 3, I'm pretty sure that's gonna most likely going to come out next year and everything. So yeah, but I think with this one, I guess I wouldn't hate it if it did tie into Volume 3 even slightly. But I think for the most part, with this, especially with this being a special presentation, it's just going to be something you can sit back, you can enjoy it. You need probably very minimal information or backstory on what and on who or what the Guardians are and everything. So just a fun little Christmas story they've actually put together, and be like, you know what, why not let the Guardians actually relax and have a little bit more of like a comedic adventure this time. So, and it's the perfect character too. The Guardians are the perfect kind of characters to actually do a special presentation with. So very much looking forward to seeing how this one goes. So yeah, and I think just the kind of smallest of little disclaimers too. Haven't been feeling too well for honestly for a while. I think it's been months that I haven't been feeling well in various regards now, but I think especially recently, I think I did kind of slightly kind of catch something, and now past couple of weeks have just been just dying and just, you know, well, not literally, but still just coughing and sneezing and feeling generally kind of shite. So yeah, just one of the reasons why, you know, videos on the channel have been that much more scarcer as of late, save the few kind of trailer reactions I've been able to push out here and there, and odd kind of TV show reactions and everything. So yeah, you know, not been the best kind of latter half of the year that I could have had on the channel, but we're working towards something. That's pretty much the best I can say right now. So yeah, hopefully this kind of comes up along with a bunch of other stuff that I'm catching up on, and I can get things back up to speed and everything eventually. So yeah, just like the kind of the briefest of explanations I can really kind of offer and everything. But regardless, hope you all still enjoy the holiday special and also this reaction to it and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got in terms of kind of pretty spec and everything. So on to the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special from Marvel Studios. Let's go. Is that animated? Is that a cartoon? No, it's animated. Oh, okay, an animated snippet.
Don't come at me with no damn gifts.
What someone's a little space Grinch.
We ain't about no damn handouts. You ought to know better. Now.
Oh, the tree! Come on. Is it wrapped around like a light or something, or does the light actually stand into it? Interesting they actually just animate this. Oh, God. Oh, he's Hulk smashing the tree. Oh, you really are a space Grinch. Do they have the Grinch in the MCU? Do they have the Grinch?
I like the part where Yondu kicked over the tree.
Of course you would.
Ever since buying Knowhere from the Collector, we don't have time for triviality.
Oh, they bought Knowhere. They actually bought it off him. So now that they live there then, presumably. That's cool. So what happened to the Collector then? Did he just move out?
That was such a heartbreaking story.
I know. I hate stories where everybody lives.
Oh, Drax.
Cosmo, what use is telekinesis if you
Cosmo!
You wanna do it? Do it!
Ah, he actually has a voice? Did he actually have a voice? Or was I hearing things?
What?
I refuse to do any more work while you
Ah, he has a voice. He has a little robot voice.
Sorry. Chill out.
I look like a voice modulator.
Delicious treats in that bag.
Cosmo can talk! Oh, I am gonna lay my life down for this dog, aren't I? I'm gonna lay my life down for him.
Everything I know about Christmas, I learned from Rocket, who learned from Cosmo, who learned from Kraglin, who learned from you. So I thought I might just take it back to the source and make sure I understand this all correctly. 1, 2, 3, go! Santa is a furry.
He is a mutant in the MCU, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Oh, in the Marvel comics anyway. He doesn't use the door. I don't think he does. No. Oh yeah, Groot's buffing. Damn, Groot's grown as well, yeah. Having a space band sing about Christmas is actually kind of cool. Creepy elves. Are there any elves in space? Or the dark elves, what I think. I love how Groot is fully jabbing. Groot is fully jabbing out.
My secret.
That you ate the entire bowl of Zargnuts in the commissary?
My other secret.
That you're Quill's sister?
Oh, okay, they're doing that then. Ah.
Father.
So that's confirmed then. I think that was the theory for a long time, yeah.
I don't want him to be reminded of that every time he sees me.
No, I meant about the Zargnuts.
Oh, I don't think anyone cares about that but you.
Whoa, it's a new ship? Is that a new ship? Damn. There's some great space visuals. Oh, God. Oh. You guys are used to this now, right?
Why are they staring? You put the cloaking device on like you said you
Yes?
There we
I
go.
can plainly see that you just did it right now in front of me.
Wouldn't that freak them out more, seeing a ship and then it just suddenly disappears or something? But hey, it's the MCU, come on. After all they've been through, is a ship in the sky really the weirdest thing? Well, I guess maybe it depends where, because they're in LA, I'm pretty sure. It's mostly in New York that shit's really gone down. Mostly.
So excited.
Oh, the world's great. The Wax Museum. Oh, Madame Two Swords. Yeah. So they have all the celebrity wax figures in there then. Yeah. Zorro. Oh, pirates. Oh, they have Disney people. Yeah. Well, we know the Avengers are in this. Ant-Man makes sense. But then... Steve? Steve. Okay.
I'm sorry, Gobot's killed his cousin.
I'll rip your head off!
Cobot?
Stop being a business.
Hey, Natasha and Carol. Hey. Oh, this is so great. They were the real Guardian. Oh, but did they think they're performers? That was they think they took a picture of Kratos. I mean, hey, Dave Bautista is a popular fan cast for Kratos, so that is a very nice tongue-in-cheek. Oh, they're even making money. They're even making money from pictures. Okay. He's actually beating the crap out of Oh, he beat the shit out of the Cobot. Oh, the King Goes Christmas. I saw that, yeah. Gosh. I saw a rainbow flag. Is this what I think it is? Are they at an actual Pride bar? Wow! Damn, Christmas at a Pride bar. This looks great. Yeah, damn, they just got so much cash.
Your finest libations.
Oh. Is it hot or is it what? More. Oh, more. Earth alcohol. I mean, Earth alcohol is pretty tame compared to space alcohol, right? It has to be.
Well, how about a drink then?
Yes!
Yeah.
To the kill, please.
Great, yeah. Drax will happily let people buy drinks for him, yeah. Good to see them having fun at a Pride bar, yeah, that's great. That's great, yeah.
You want to know where Kevin Bacon lives?
How would you? How do you know?
Yes.
Like, is she one of the celebrity? Oh, Star Maps. Oh, I thought she's one of the celebrity paparazzi hunter people. They really have star maps. They really have maps that just show you where celebrities' houses are. That's a thing. Like as a tourist thing, or you can actually visit the houses themselves.
Give me all your money.
Oh, Mantis. Mantis. Margot Robbie, John Cena. Jesus. Wow. Concerning kind of concept. Like a map that actually shows you where celebrities' houses are. Because it can't be like a public thing, right? I mean, tour buses I kind of get.
I think you can toss me over the gate if you...
Ooh.
I meant after I was ready.
Oh, I love
wasn't
Mantis.
even done talking.
Toss you over the gate, don't toss you over the gate. Make up your mind.
Oh, I love these two.
I want this funny man.
Don't just
The
pick
elf.
stuff.
He wants the elf. The candy cane. Ah. There's a really, I mean, I know he's a celebrity, also he's a celebrity, so he would, but he has a really nice house with a really big tree.
This is not cool. This is private property. Now,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that there would be maps that lead to this shit. Oh, God.
You're coming with us. That's a Christmas present.
Oh, yet another tree destroyed. Good, up the stairs, the door is right there. You just... At least we get a very impromptu house tour this way. Whoa! Whoa, she can jump! She can jump like that! She needed Drax to toss her over the gate, really? She can jump like that?
Kevin Bacon is gonna get away.
But you still have your swirly red light.
How can he possibly think this is a man?
What is it?
I don't know.
It's cane. It's a cane.
Well, how is it fair you get to keep it and I don't?
Because I was responsible and held on to it. Do you love Peter and want to save Christmas?
God, he's getting away. The
Or do
more
you
you
want a
started
little
talking, the
from
longer he's getting away. Oh god. You get whooped there, there's plenty of funny men. You can pick another one up, you know? Oh, there they go jumping. Oh god.
Stop!
Is anyone gonna recognize the Guardians of the Galaxy? Is Drax bulletproof? Is Drax bulletproof? Oh! 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 Mantis! Oh, okay. Oh, damn, Mantis can fight! We never saw her fight in the movies! She just put things to sleep! Oh, damn, she's good too, yeah, using it for cover. Ah! Oh, she is so good!
Sleep.
I think I'm even more of a Mantis stan than I was before. Oh! Oh, damn.
We are just taking the legendary hero Kevin Bacon to give him as a present to our friend.
I mean, when we say taking, that does imply kidnapping, so... Oh, she's giving away her candy cane. You can keep it, Mantis.
What was it like when you had to save the small town by dancing like an idiot?
That was a character that I played, Red McCormick, in the movie.
I thought I was about to say stunt double. I fully thought I was about to say stunt double.
What about when you fought and defeated the super strong masked killer Jason Voorhees in the woods?
Yeah.
He was in Friday the 13th?
Nope. Again, not me. Just a character.
He was in Friday the 13th? He was in
didn't
one of the Friday the
actually
13th?
kill Jason.
Well, I've only seen one of the Friday the 13th, so... And it's along with Jared Padalecki and Danielle from The Flash.
He's an actor! He's never actually saved anyone.
Was that not...
Actors
Did you...
are repugnant.
Oh, they hate
They
actors.
make me feel gross and creepy when they pretend to be someone else. You have to pretend you're an actual hero or else Christmas is doomed.
Oh, no, Mantis, no.
Blimey, mate. I can't wait to storm them Nazis on the beach.
He turns English?
What are you
Wait.
doing?
Hello, I'm the Batman. Hello, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Oh, gee. What?
No! Don't be someone else. Be Kevin Bacon, but
That's the
be
farthest
himself.
DC reference we've had in this. Whoa, what's this? Is it regeneration energy?
About all of it.
Some kind of Christmas energy? Ah, even snow. Even the snow. Ah. Oh, is he in the box? Ah, he's in the box. Kevin Bacon's gonna be in the box. Yeah, he's gonna be in the box. Wait, is he gonna be pissed that they actually took him from Earth, or is he actually gonna be excited? I feel like that's the important question to ask. Yeah, he already knows someone's in the box, yeah.
What'd you do?
Oh, he's gonna be annoyed. He's
What did you
annoyed.
do?
He's
We got
annoyed
you
they took
Kevin
him from
Bacon
Earth.
as a present?
You got me a human being as a present. This is human trafficking.
It was mostly Drax's idea.
It was.
I am totally stoked about the whole thing, man.
Is he still under mind control? Is he still under
Powers
mind
on it,
control?
didn't you?
Maybe I can't remember.
Oh, he's gonna freak out now though. He's gonna freak out. He's gonna freak out. Yeah.
Dude.
That's a talking raccoon.
No, kill me. Don't ever call me that. Whoa!
He's funny.
Go get Kevin Bacon.
Go get Kevin Bacon. Oh, Nebula.
Don't kill him.
Nebula on a fucking manhunt for Kevin Bacon.
Manting these dopes, they was just hoping you'd bring the joy of Christmas back into his heart is all.
Is Kraglin gonna be the one to convince him to stay and to hang out? He's still getting signal in space?
A couple of good satellite dishes out front will get you within about 400 million light years.
400, that's a good distance.
Kinda need to learn about Christmas.
Oh, he's playing with the band. He's playing with the band. Kevin Bacon in a band with aliens. That is what the MCU needed, yeah. I think he's actually like a part musician in real life too, yeah. A Game Boy! Oh, he gets a Game Boy! Damn! Oh, he's all giddy. He's all happy. Oh, brother and sister. What's this? A guitar? Rocket with the guitar, that would be cool to see. Is that Bucky's arm?
Bucky's arm?
That's Bucky's arm? How the fuck did you get that? Does he have a different arm in Falcon the Winter Soldier? Is that his old arm from Infinity War or something? Does he have different, I mean, did they give him different models or something? Damn, they came full circle back on that. They came full circle on that. Oh, Cosmo. Oh, you little bean. Oh, you very little bean. God, I would lay my life down for that dog. That good old space doggo. Oh, even Nebula dancing. I feel like Nebula's song would be Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. I really feel like it would be Hips Don't Lie. I really think it would be. A little funny little man. A funny little man. Aww. What does she get? Oh, is that like a diorama? A Guardians diorama? That's so cool. No, the diorama? Oh, them chasing. Is it stuff that's happened in this presentation? Oh, yeah. Drax flipping a police car. Yeah, and the coming out to Kevin Bacon, yeah. And Kraglin. Is that a mini? Oh, Kraglin holding. Oh, that is the amount of detail that would go to that too, like Kraglin holding the diorama.
We love you, Kevin Bacon.
Bye, Kevin Bacon. Bye, Kevin Bacon.
Bye, Kevin Bacon. Happy Christmas, Kevin Bacon.
We love you, Kevin Bacon.
I guess all actors aren't complete pieces of shit.
Did the Grinch restore Christmas again? Oh, he got his own little man? Oh. Is that a troll doll? So he restored it in like a minor way then. He did... Oh, he gave him blasters. He gave him the blasters he actually has then. Ah.
That is so sweet.
Ah.
Ego? Who might be what?
He is my father too.
Wait, so does that make you my sister?
Surprise!
That's the greatest Christmas gift I could ever get.
Aww. Aww. Some good old familial Christmas spirit. And all was right on Knowhere. I wonder where else celebrates Christmas. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Oh, is that the end? Is there like any kind of ending to this? Like the Skip Predators box just came up, so I don't know. I'll let it play anyway. I'll let it play out. But I love, again, to no surprise, this being the kind of special presentation format that it is. I love that, but I love the format, but I also loved the story they actually told. It was a really fun loving and really comedic and really entertaining kind of story. A very, very Guardian style story too. I think this feels the most kind of fun and most energetic and most kind of exciting in like a kind of more positive kind of way the Guardians has been compared to the kind of usual kind of dramatic kind of stakes and tension that the movie sold and everything. They just felt so much more like you could actually relax with these Guardians and actually, you know, if at times you're kind of alarmed and concerned, you can still kind of relax and you can still enjoy yourself with them and stuff. So that was really nice. And yeah, just again, I think now with this now being a special presentation done with these characters too, I think it definitely kind of opens up the doors for them to do more in this same kind of style and in the same kind of vein too. So it was just great. It was just a whole load of fun. Oh, really dressing Groot up as the Christmas tree.
Come on. Groot ruined Christmas again.
A Russian voice.
Another special.
Another special. Hey, I will happily have another special. I will welcome another special, especially with the Guardians, with open arms, with very open and welcoming arms. Yeah. Damn. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, that was a very fun holiday special. That was a really fun holiday special and a special presentation as well. And I think this being released on the 25th. I'm trusting Thanksgiving season takes place over the weekend as a whole, and probably I don't know if it's just a one day or something, or if it's like the weekend, because I think this one did. I'm pretty sure this one did fall on a weekend, on like the Friday or the Saturday. So yeah, I think the Christmas kind of holiday special being released on the kind of Thanksgiving season. I mean, it is Thanksgiving and Christmas at least this year aren't really that far apart. So you know, I think it doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. I mean, even now, you know, like Thanksgiving, I'm pretty sure you don't really need any specific decorations, but you know, from October/November onwards until the end of December, you will definitely see all sorts of stores actually already putting up their Christmas decorations and selling them and putting on Christmas music and all that kind of stuff. So it still fits. So yeah, I think we actually had like I think the end did a bit of the ending, and I think mostly the beginning were actually kind of like animated kind of flashbacks and everything. So that was really cool. I think actually kind of doing the flashbacks in animated form, it was interesting. I think I do wonder if maybe that was like an actual creative choice, or maybe if it was like maybe if James Gunn actually really wanted to make that flashback a thing and actually include Yondu in it, but then maybe Michael Rooker had issues with actually coming back and he actually wasn't able to film or anything, so to avoid kind of having to CGI him in or anything in that way, then have even more people complain about like the CGI for like yet another MCU thing. Maybe do an animated form, but I think maybe even then doing animated form maybe actually kind of gave him more options, or maybe actually allowed him to kind of do more with it too. I think especially we did see a glimpse of Teenage Peter in Guardians 2 as well, so I think it hasn't been like that long since then, so I don't know if maybe they probably might still be able to use the same actor and just maybe age him up like a couple of years since then, so I don't know, but either way them doing animated form still worked and it still looked great and everything. It was still like a really interesting choice to make it so. So yeah, the opening showed Peter introducing Kraglin and like, I mean, not all the Ravagers, but I think only Kraglin was really there, but he was introducing the Ravagers and Yondu to actually to Christmas, and you know, he had like a whole tree set up with like a little kind of red alert thing. It did make me wonder like if he actually wrapped the tree around like some kind of alert beam, or if he actually kind of stuck the light on top or something, but still, they made do with what they had, so no angel, just like a space alert thing, so it would have been kind of more peculiar to see that to see that kind of on like a Rudolph, if they had like a little miniature Rudolph and they stuck that on the end to signify the nose or something. But either way, it worked. So yeah, they had the tree, they had some presents, and then Kraglin's memory of it was Yondu kind of, you know, bitching about it and turning into the space Grinch and everything, and kicking the tree about and smashing it and everything. So then I think I mean he did have like a very Grinchy attitude. I think Yondu did have like a he had a Grinchy reminiscent attitude, but then I think the overall attitude he had was still very very Yondu like, and him being against like sentiments and positivity and joy and spreading the love and the cheer and everything. Like he's just like, you know, like that's probably down there for mushy Terrans and down on Earth for mushy Earthlings to spread the love and share the connections and all that kind of stuff. But up here in space, it's either kill or be killed, and you got to be a survivor and all that kind of stuff. So then then he actually took joy in actually destroying the decorations and trashing the presents away and everything. So that was Kraglin's memory of it, and then in Kraglin's eye that was how the Space Grinch ruined Christmas and everything. So in all of his life, I think there's that combined with the fact that he's actually grown up with Yondu all these years, but then even after that, I think he just probably had too much going on in his life. I think especially growing up with Yondu too, I think Yondu would actually do that to Christmas, but then also make sure that from that day on, Peter probably kind of had like too much else Ravager related going on in his life to actually celebrate Christmas at all. So yeah, so there's that. So I love that too, like the actual full-on display of that being, like Yondu being the Space Grinch that ruined Christmas and everything, but then in the end he manages to save it and restore it, and actually restore it in Christmas in Peter's kind of heart and soul and all. So yeah, Groot. We saw a bit of Groot, and he's grown up. He's growing up. He's also grown up. I think Kraglin did still call him a kid. Like he did still tell Kevin Bacon like, oh, he's just a kid. So I wonder then maybe if he's like in his late teens or if he's in like his early 20s or something. So maybe he's still young compared to them. So you know, maybe that's how. I mean, I think I'd say he's about halfway to the height that he was back in the first Guardians movie. So he's probably on his way back to being that tall and that tall, but maybe that old. I think maybe still probably got a while to go, because I think that I don't really know if it's been explored or confirmed exactly what the lifespan or kind of aging kind of you know process is for Groots or for Groot kind. So, you know, but either way, he's a growing lad, and he's having fun. I think he was easily that space band's #1 fan in the beginning. He was fully jamming out and dancing and bopping and everything to the music. So he's as cheery and as positive as he has ever been, and it's thanks to James Gunn for actually maintaining that kind of humour and that kind of cheer and that kind of love within him. So yeah, seeing Groot was cool. I do actually fully kind of love the presents that Groot got for the other Guardians too. I think he got like actual little, I think maybe wooden, or maybe just kind of like don't know if he actually got wood and shape, like maybe if he got wood and shaped it, because then you'd either question where he got the wood from, or you'd kind of maybe assume that he kind of lopped bits of himself off and put it or something, which would be kind of concerning. But then he made dioramas, and he made very specific dioramas too. I think he actually he made dioramas based on different things that happened within the specials. I think he made one, can't remember who he gave what exactly, but I think he made one, I think he got Drax the one where he Drax actually tossing the police car on the side back on Earth, and I think he got what one where it was actually Kevin Bacon coming out of the box and meeting the Guardians, and then I think he made one where it was he made Kraglin the most metal one. I think he got Kraglin the one where it was actually Kraglin holding a diorama Kraglin holding a diorama Kraglin holding a diorama, like it was just that same scene going down. So I think kind of can't help but wonder exactly how much detail went into that, and how small and how deep it actually goes and everything. But that is that one. You can tell that one probably took time to really kind of properly emulate and properly do everything. So Groot is creative. He is creative as all hell. I think he got like a few different kind of scenes and stuff kind of crafted down and everything for the different Guardians. So his one was really great. So yeah, Groot is a great gift giver. He is great. So yeah, and Cosmo too. We got to meet Cosmo. So I didn't know he had. I think again, I haven't kind of seen him at all. I think I only really the only other place I know he's actually been is in the Guardians game, which I am yet to play. I think it's on my kind of backlog, and I think it's a game I'm gonna get into soon. I just like I think I have too much of a habit of actually starting games and then moving on to another one before I finish it, and it takes me too long to actually kind of finish a game for once and everything. So to be fair, that some games can be very long, but then those hours are filled with adventure and side quests and all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, but Guardians is definitely on my backlog, and I think hopefully maybe one day even actually stream on the channel too. I've heard it's won awards and it's been nominated for stuff, and it's been really kind of popularly received and everything. So I'm actually looking forward to getting into it when the time comes. But yeah, that is the only other place I think I know that Cosmo has been in, and this one, yeah, I think this is my first time actually seeing him being portrayed. So I don't know, like if they actually changed anything for this compared to the game or compared to the comics or whatever. But I think definitely did not know he actually had like a voice modulator in his sort of collar as well. So I think in the beginning it seemed like he had like a regular kind of American kind of voice for it, and I think in the post credit scene they did, I think it did seem like it actually changed to a Russian accent. So I don't know if he actually has different accents or different voices or anything, or like male and female voices or whatever have you. But either way, he's got a voice modulator that allows him to communicate. And I think it probably kind of like maybe mentally linked to, mentally or psychically linked to. So I think whatever he's actually thinking actually comes through with the voice, and then maybe even gets translated, like maybe actually translates from dog to human too, since dogs can. I mean, we don't know how dogs talk, but then the more comedic takes on it do imply that dogs talk in like few word sentences and everything. So yeah, but he has a cool spacesuit that's pretty dog shaped and dog sized and everything, and he just looks like the best fluffiest kind of goodest kind of boy and everything. And again, we had barely anything of him in this, and I already know I would lay down my life for him. I would lay down my life. So I'm really hoping that they're introducing him in this, so they can actually bring him into Guardians Volume 3, because I think it would make no sense otherwise. I think he's very, very kind of very much the kind of character we would love to see in an actual feature-length kind of Guardians kind of movie. So yeah, I loved him in this. I think he already seems to have like a great thing going with Rocket and Groot and pretty much the other Guardians and everything too. I think it would be cool to see. It would be cool to see how they meet. I mean, again, I do wonder maybe because then they did confirm in this that they bought Knowhere off the collector. They actually purchased Knowhere off the collector. So I don't know how that happened. Like if they actually if they stumbled upon the credits worthy of that. If they actually if they managed to cut a deal with the collector or something. Or what happened? Because I think I'm guessing it. Like I mean, it could possibly have something to do with Endgame and stuff, like maybe something related to it, because then again we don't know what happened to Knowhere during the snap either. Like we have nowhere. I think like our knowledge on what space life and other intergalactic affairs were like during the snap is very, very kind of limited and everything, so we don't know how space as a whole changed, besides from Carol saying that everything that happened on Earth was also happening on other planets and everything, so, you know, maybe however the remaining Guardians decided to aid space affairs, and especially affairs on Knowhere too, maybe if the Collector was gone, and they kind of kept it up in his absence, or maybe if they kind of helped him take care of it, maybe they bought it off him afterwards, or maybe he kind of, lost it enough to maybe kind of give it to them after or something. Now Knowhere is under kind of the Guardian's name, and they live there now, so it seems pretty apt and everything, so that's cool. So yeah, I think then I do then wonder maybe if because then it would also make sense that maybe if they actually do manage to take Knowhere and also the Collector's collection off the Collector, then maybe then it's also in their decision to actually kind of release everything the Collector's collected, and maybe Cosmo could be among that collection and everything, so maybe then he sticks around, or they keep him around or something, so I don't know, but either way it'll be cool to see how they meet him, and him sticking around for Volume 3 and seeing how he gets up to no good with the rest of the Guardians and everything, so yeah, Cosmo, the space dog, so yeah. And I think Nebula, we didn't get a whole lot of Nebula in this, but what we did get was Golden. Her dancing along to Kevin's song, like her just really huffily. And I mean, it does remind me of how she danced in there was that one video they released a while ago of I think called a music video they did with David Hasselhoff, like around the release of Volume 2, and I think she was in that too. I think Karen was in that in her own kind of normal human get up, but then she also did dancing as Nebula, and she looked like really reluctant, really kind of huffy and puffy, and just kind of shaking along to it. So I fully believe the one thing, I think she probably still looked the same facially, but then fully believe maybe the one song that might get her to fully kind of release and actually kind of move along without hesitation would probably be Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. I fully believe that would be Nebula's song. I fully believe that. So yeah, it could either come up randomly, or someone actually starts playing it to maybe it's like a kind of another mission of the Guardians to actually get Nebula to dance without shame. So maybe then one of them starts playing Hips Don't Lie by Shakira, and then she just can't stop moving. She just can't stop. So fully believe it. But yeah, we had that, and then I think it was her going on like a manhunt to hunt down Kevin Bacon to bring him back and everything. So there was that one, and then of course I think her present to Rocket. I don't know how she got it. She gave Rocket Bucky's arm. I think they made that whole thing come full circle all the way back from Infinity War. I think Rocket swore he'd actually get Bucky's arm and everything. So I think that was even an actual kind of fan theorized kind of thing from before the movie, but then they're actually going to confirm it in the movie, and then now it's come back full circle, so I don't know how she got it. I don't know, maybe, because again, I feel like it would not be the most implausible thing for Bucky to have different arms too, maybe different models, and I think especially with Shuri kind of constantly upgrading stuff too, maybe somewhere along the way she actually kind of builds a whole new model, and it actually can do more stuff, or can do different stuff, similar to how in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Coulson's kind of robotic hand, he has one that's a regular hand for regular interaction, and then he has another one that actually kind of has the shield in it, and another one that scans and stuff, so he actually has, Fitz actually built him different hands for different purposes, and maybe then in this one, Shuri actually built different arms for different purposes too. So I don't know. I mean, with Bucky, I think doing the stuff that he does, I don't know if maybe he might ask for one arm that does it all or something. So maybe then Shuri does that. Well, I don't know, but there's also no actual guarantee as to when in the timeline this takes place. But I can't really imagine the likelihood of it taking place before Falcon and Winter Soldier, because then we just go into a New World Order and Bucky's like, hey, I will be with you in a minute. Someone stole my arm, so I need to go and find out where it is. So I don't know, but it does look like the one he wore in Infinity War, but then don't know if that's the same one he uses back. I mean, in Endgame he comes back straight afterwards, like the rest of the Blip. So I don't know if maybe then he gets he actually does get a completely different arm for Falcon and the Soldier or anything. So I don't know, but either way, I don't know if you even meant to look too far into it. It's just oh hey, remember that running gag we created in Infinity War? We brought it full circle. So now Rocket finally has Bucky's arm courtesy of Nebula. So yeah, one space assassin stole an arm from an Earth assassin. So yeah, so that was her gift to Rocket for Christmas. So hey, she cares, and she remembers. She's a great guardian, and she's an even greater friend. So yeah, very much excited to see how much more they develop and how much more they do with Nebula in Volume 3 as well. Her now knowing that her 2014 sister is actually still out there too. So excited to see what her search and what her kind of journey with finding Gamora is like actually reconnecting with her and everything. So yeah, and especially since 2014 Gamora was the one who actually helped Nebula escape in Endgame as well. So it'll be cool to see exactly how they reunite and what that feeling is like and everything. So yeah, and Peter got Groot a Game Boy too. So that is really cool. That is really cool. I think I mean, I guess he probably. I mean, I do wonder maybe if that's like a sign of him starting Groot off at the beginning, maybe actually going down the line of like video game history, actually starting off with like an oldie but goldie, but then going down the line, like we might see him in one of the future Guardians movies with like an actual PS5 or a PS4 or like a like an Xbox One or something. So I mean, we know that Groot kind of does somewhat prefer his video games to be portable, so maybe like a PSP or like a Nintendo Switch or something. But starting off with the Game Boy, like actually getting him something a bit more vintage and actually starting him off like earlier on in his history is like a very cool thing. So yeah, I do wonder where he got it from. I think can't imagine like how kind of accessible video games and stuff might be out in space, and especially out on Knowhere too. Like how that would happen. I don't know if maybe he actually, I don't know if he maybe if it could be his old one too. I think I can kind of imagine that he probably would have had the Game Boy in his childhood too, you know, like maybe music and Walkmans were kind of more like were higher on his list of hobbies and interests and everything, but then like him still being a kid, he was still very much into video games, so he did have a Game Boy as well to keep him occupied, so maybe could have been his old one that he's actually now passing down and stuff, because I think even in Infinity War he actually did have like an actual retro kind of games console he played with, but now he has a Game Boy, so now he can actually maybe now introducing him to some other kind of Terran or like earthly kind of video games and everything. So yeah, that was cool. That was so cool. So yeah, Groot with a Game Boy. That is a very, very kind of cool addition. So yeah. And before I elaborate on this one point, there is something I do have to check, because I did call it a pride bar in the reaction. But I wonder if I could be wrong, because I do remember seeing a rainbow flag. I do remember seeing like a rainbow flag above it, but I can't be sure if that was for the actual bar or if that was for something else. That is a rainbow flag. I'm pretty sure that's a rainbow flag, and I'm pretty sure, I think that's the bar on the right, and then there's two other doors next to it, so, and it's pretty firmly wedged in between, so I can't, I mean, I'm trusting, I mean, even based on the inside of the bar too, it does look like an actual kind of queer bar as well, so I wouldn't put it past them, so, you know. So that they went inside, and it does honestly look like a queer bar. Everyone's, you know, dancing, everyone's having a good time and everything. So to see it kind of actually kind of being a bit more celebrated and a bit more kind of like passed off in a more positive light, where Drax and Mantis are actually not even questioning where they are or what's happening, but them just kind of being like, you know, this is Earth culture, this is part of like this is a part of what humans are like, and this is what they enjoy. So they're just here. I mean, they're here looking for answers because they're looking for Kevin Bacon, but then they're still more than happy to drink and make some friends. Like even Mantis kind of like in the scene afterwards actually saying like, you know, like our new homies have no idea where Kevin Bacon lives, so they actually danced, they drank, they made friends, they had a good time and everything, and it actually showed them enjoying themselves without questioning or with just playing along with it and everything. And I think again, Drax is known to hate a lot of things and to actually going to be against a lot of things, but this is not one of them. Queer culture, queer people is not one of them, and neither is Mantis. So you know, they had fun, they had drinks, they had a good time. Yeah, I think as soon as I spotted the rainbow flag, I was like, is this going where I think it's going? Because if so, then I am here for it. I am all here for it. I would love to see them hanging out at a queer bar and actually kind of seeing how they kind of like how they have fun, how they enjoy it, how they take it and everything. And it was lovely. It was marvelous. It was absolutely marvelous. So yeah, that was really great. That was really, really great. The family that took a picture with the Drax and Mantis, and then that one kid being like, oh, I can't believe we got a picture with the God of War. So, you know, that was a really cool kind of. I think that might have been my favorite kind of tongue-in-cheek reference to Drax looking like. I mean, even with his makeup, he does look ever so slightly Kratos-ish, but then that being all the better because of the fact that many people have actually kind of have actually fan casted Dave Bautista among others as like did actually kind of play Kratos in like an actual God of War movie. So that being like a very apt kind of tongue in cheek reference to that too and stuff. And then again, I think it's also partly because of his performance and his kind of presence as Drax that lends kind of so positively in favour of him actually potentially playing Kratos too. So as far as I know, I think a live action thing isn't happening anytime soon, but it's still very, very fun to think about and everything. So yeah, so that happened, and then I think as soon as I think she saw the Avengers 2, and she saw the Avengers 2, and then as soon as Mantis kind of saw some guy as a Captain America, she was like, "Steve, come here!" And she jumped onto him, and the two of them freaked him out, and he ran away. So that was cool. And then we had Carolyn and Tucker. There was Captain Marvel and Natasha kind of not cosplays but performers there too. So they got pictures with them, and then yeah, I think it was like a Jack Sparrow and just other people there too. So that was like not necessarily like a dedicated kind of Disneyland kind of spot or anything, but just still like a general kind of Hollywood spot where people could, you know, even tip them too. I think that's how they got the money to go to the bar too. That's how they actually got the money by pretending to be street performers. I'm pretty sure those people thought that even if they were Guardians, they were actually people dressed up as Guardians and not the actual Guardians of the Galaxy too. So yeah, that whole scene that was just spot on. That whole scene is spot on. I think that combined with the early scene of them actually landing in Hollywood for the first time, for like the fact that Drax forgot to turn on the cloaking like Mantis asked him, meant that people on the streets actually saw the ship too. It does make me question, because then again, I think the instinctive thought would be like, oh, of all the things that humans have seen in the MCU, this should be nothing. Like they've been attacked by aliens, they've been invaded, they've had the snap and everything, so this should be nothing. But then it's like the majority of reactions we've seen have been from New York, where the Avengers are based, and a lot of their kind of partner superheroes are visited and everything. So I think She-Hulk took us to Los Angeles too, and everything, and then Ms. Marvel took us to Pakistan. So I think I feel like we've only just about started actually kind of veering out to other areas of the world, where awareness of the Avengers and the superheroes in general might not be as lively, but then there's still some presence and everything. So we had Rogers the Musical in LA, so the Avengers are not complete unknowns, but then the Guardians, maybe less so. The Guardians maybe less so. So I think that then maybe one like, okay, so they're aware of the Avengers and they're aware of superheroes, but then them actually having seen something like that in real life actually might be that much less of like an actual kind of occurrence. So then it makes sense that they'd be kind of that much more shocked to seeing like an actual spaceship appearing in the sky. But then it felt like it might freak them out more to see a spaceship in the sky for a few seconds before it actually vanishes out of thin air and cloaks up and everything. So then that just seems weirder. But yeah, I don't know, just seems like an interesting parallel between them doing that in space, but then the Guardians actually being seen in LA, and then people are actually kind of lining up to take pictures with them and everything. So either way, it was cool. But yeah, I mean, that scene of like Drax and Mantis actually chasing Kevin Bacon down to like them hopping along like the neighboring houses and finally coming head to head with the cops at the intersection too, or the crossers or whatever it was. You know, that took me away to, I think, when the cops showed up, I was like, okay, how's this gonna go then? How are they gonna pull this off? And then, of course, I think the cop comes out and then actually starts fully shooting Drax with an actual gun as soon as Drax walks out. I mean, to be fair, though, Drax, I think Drax I don't know if Drax knew that he was bulletproof or what, but then I think he also, knowing Drax, I think he either reacts with equal hostility, but then in this case, don't know, maybe if the Earth kind of alcohol was still kind of wearing off of them, so maybe then they probably weren't actually reacting as normally as they would have. But then even like Drax was actually laughing each and every bullet off, and actually kind of like it was actually bouncing off him too. So he was like, oh, stop it, it tickles and stuff. So you know, he laughed it off and everything. But then I don't know, just I think when the cops showed up, I was kind of like worried about how that would kind of be presented, and exactly like how they kind of show the cops off, if they're actually going to be how they usually are in the real world, or if they're actually going to be diplomatic and peaceful. But no, just guns and blazing and all that kind of stuff. But I think in this case, it's probably kind of like meant to kind of show off like how the Guardians themselves are pretty kind of are strong enough and actually kind of durable enough to actually kind of withstand those kinds of attacks and everything. So yeah, I don't know, but either way, I think but Mantis, Mike, we've never had Mantis fighting until now. Why have we never had Mantis fighting until now? Why have they never let us see Mantis? Like she can fight for her life. Like until now, all we've had is her putting, like, even in Endgame, she was putting the big beasts to sleep and everything. Like in the movies, all we've ever had from her is her sleeping, and it's her putting things to sleep. Now in this one, they finally give us her. She was kicking ass at taking names. She was kicking names and taking the ass and everything in this one. Finally, we see her actually using martial arts and actually doing scissor kicks and takedowns, and even using the cane to actually swing people around and everything. So you know, she was doing, she was carrying. She carried that entire sequence, and she arguably kind of like her and Drax unarguably carried this entire special so well. But I think Mantis especially, I do not think I've ever stand Mantis harder or more than I'm currently doing after that particular sequence. Like her actually being able to just kick ass and take names without hesitation and without reluctance, with immense kind of skill and quality. That is what I like to see. That is what I want to see. That is the Mantis I want to see in Volume 3. I love the soft and cuddly and warm and emotionally connective one that we've seen so far, but I want to see that combined with some ass kicking and name taking and everything in Volume 3. Mantis just, God, I'm pretty sure I fell in love with her in that scene all over again. So, yeah, Palm Clemente as Mantis, just yes please and thank you, yes please and thank you for that. So that was great. That was a phenomenal scene. That was great, and I think it does feel like something they've maybe been saving too, because I feel like as cool as her powers are, I can't really imagine that like she'd be called into battle just to put people to sleep or just to put creatures to sleep. I feel like especially with her too, she'd probably want to know how to fight like her fellow Guardians and how to actually handle enemies and opponents like her fellow Guardians too. So I feel like her having martial arts skills and actual combat abilities too. Maybe Nebula too. I don't know. I mean, I wonder maybe if it's like if it's something she's always known that she's never really brought out because of powers, or maybe if it's something that she knew the basics of, that maybe then Nebula actually taught her maybe like between. That would be so cool if she actually had latent kind of combat abilities and she knew about hand-to-hand combat, but then Nebula was actually the one who actually helped train her and actually helped her kind of hone her skills, or maybe actually could have taught her some new ones or something. So Nebula training Mantis, I would actually like, if that's a thing, I would love to see it. If that's the thing, I'd actually love to see it. But regardless, her actually handling her own with these cops and even being so selfless and so caregiving and so friendly as to give actually give up the cane that she loved so much to those two cops in the toppled up car as well. Like her giving up a cane like that too was an incredibly friendly and kind of caregiving and actually kind of friendly kind of thing for her to do on Christmas. So. And even keeping up the gag that Drax, for some reason, thinks that the candy cane is a man as well. That was yeah. So yeah, Mantis, just all hail Mantis, all hail Mantis. She is our queen of this particular special. So. Yeah, gotta love Mantis. Gotta love Mantis. Yeah, I think there's been another theory that's been floating around for a while too, based on like an actual Easter egg that was shown in Guardians Volume 2, which was that kind of whole kind of diagram of all the different planets and species that Ego visited back when he was doing his whole kind of planetary insemination thing. For lack of a better term, of course. And one of those species was actually like an actual Mantis woman that looked eerily like Mantis. So then, from then on, the theory was spawned that maybe then Mantis herself could be Quill's sister, like maybe the same way that Quill was born from Ego sleeping with his mother. Mantis could have been born from Ego sleeping with her mother. So then, yes, and the theory's been floating around ever since. They're like, it seems pretty logical that Mantis could be a child of Ego similar to Peter. So then, with that, Mantis could very well easily be Peter's sister. And then in this one, they actually confirmed it with it being one of the kind of deeper kind of secrets that Mantis kind of ever so slightly kind of shared with Drax. I think his priority being the fact that she ate all the Zargnas and everything, but then no, then he in the final scene of the special too, where she actually told Peter that Ego was her father too, so then that means that Peter and her are siblings, and it was a lovely reunion scene, and like a lovely kind of scene of them rejoicing and them just kind of celebrating there too. And I think even Peter rejoicing in that, being like, that is the best Christmas present I ever could have gotten, you as sister, because then, again, he's already spent so many years with her as part of the Guardians, and he's already kind of gotten to know her and gotten to love her and actually gotten to rejoice and celebrate things with her too. And I think even this one, she actually went to the lengths of actually kind of abducting Kevin Bacon from Earth and everything to meet Peter. So, and yeah, I think when it came time to reveal Kevin Bacon to Chris Pratt, but to Peter, it did strike me like, wait, how is Peter actually going to react to this? Like, is he going to be happy because they brought him Kevin Bacon or something? Because then when he heard the muffling and the kind of pounding coming from inside the box, he actually kind of grew more concerned. Like, wait, there's a person in there. There's actually like a living creature in there. And then of course Kevin Bacon's words being like, guys, there's no air in this, I can't breathe or anything. So question then became like, wait, how is he actually going to react to this? So then, but then Kevin Bacon comes out, and then he's like, wait, oh, Kevin Bacon's there, wait, Kevin Bacon, like, he didn't even seem to have even, like, a split second's worth of excitement or joy, like, it immediately went from, wait, who's in there, to, oh, shit, it's Kevin Bacon, like, how did this happen, where did they get him from, like, and then it's like, the realization comes, and the confession comes, and then they abducted Kevin Bacon. It's like, guys, this isn't a Christmas present, this is human trafficking in space, so, he immediately catches on to the fact that that's what they've done, and that's what's happening here, so, yeah, it seemed kind of like at least one of the plausible routes he could go down and everything, and then of course him moving on to being like, okay, Kevin Bacon, sir, I'm so sorry, and stuff, and then of course actually having Mantis removing the kind of happiness trance that she's put in and everything, and just be like, be yourself, be you, and then of course regular Kevin Bacon is scared shitless of the idea of being out in space in front of aliens and everything, so he runs and everything, so... Yeah, and yeah, I think the idea of the Guardians, or at least some of them, hating actors, or actually having something against the actors, and actually being vehemently against them too. I think Drax and Mantis easily had the most going for it, like them being like, oh, you just pretend to be someone else, you're not real heroes, you're just pretending, and it's all scripted and laid out for you and everything. That's one thing, but then the idea that they genuinely thought that Kevin Bacon had actually done everything he'd done in real life, that he actually did save the world, because I feel like even Peter knew, because I think he probably would also believe that he doesn't have to tell the other Guardians that, oh, this stuff isn't real, it's just fake, it's all fake, it's all just storytelling with other people and everything, it's just something people do, but then, no, he doesn't tell them, and then as a result, Drax and Mantis and even slightly Nebula also... end up believing that, oh, these humans actually do go out and actually do these things, and then someone just films them doing it, and then it ends up on the big screen, and then people pay money to see it and everything. So, because like we've seen, I think especially in Volume 2, we've seen that like Kraglin has also kind of maintained somewhat of like an actual special connection, as like a special bond with Peter as well, especially with Yondu gone. He's actually been there for him as one of the few Ravagers that he can actually trust and relate to and connect to and everything. So, or at least connect to, even if not relate to. He's been there for him. I think he actually does kind of deep down care for Peter, and actually kind of does want to see him happy, and does want to see him become like a successful kind of leader for the Ravagers, and like a successful kind of man of the Ravager and Guardians kind of family and everything. So seeing Peter being there, seeing Kraglin being there, being one of the few people there who can actually understand exactly how Peter's feeling and what he needs and what he wants, was a really nice thing to see. So yeah, that was really, really cool. So yeah, they are such a great team and a great kind of story to actually get involved with and to actually kind of engage with and everything. So it will be cool to see regardless how this actually moves forward. So I think yeah, I mean, with Mantis having revealed herself to be Quill's sister, I wonder how they're gonna progress that relationship kind of forward and everything. So I think that might be the one thing you want to, but then I think even if you don't watch this and you still watch Guardians 3, you might just kind of guess that they found out somewhere along the way or something. So I don't know how else they might kind of process that, but yeah, I think other stuff. I think I think again this doesn't specify anything for Volume 3. This is just its own standalone story dealing with Peter being bummed out at Christmas and them now living in Knowhere. So, they could easily show the Guardians actually buying or taking Knowhere off the Collector's hands to maybe ease pressure or whatever, and then them moving into Knowhere. I think they could easily kind of show them moving into Knowhere and actually reiterate that they actually brought Knowhere off the Collector, so then that way you don't have to actually watch this either. I mean, you want to watch this because it's cool and it's because it's simple and it's fun and it's effective, but then, again, I think nothing in this kind of really kind of should supremely or really kind of largely affect exactly how Volume 3 moves forward. I think like that should be its own thing connected to the other movies and not to this. So yeah, but still it'll be cool to kind of see how we actually move forward in knowing we still have the events that happen in this, and knowing that we still have the kind of upgraded characters that we have from this and everything too. So it'll be fun to see regardless. So, but yeah, I think for now that is pretty much all I have. For now, I think there's pretty much all my notes crossed off and everything I actually really wanted to talk about out of the way and everything. I think if this ever comes up in the future, I guess we can discuss it even more. But I think it's short as special presentations have proven to be. It's short and simple and sweet enough that there's not a whole lot to elaborate on. There's not a whole lot to analyze or speculate. It's just a nice, simple, fun adventure, and especially one with the Guardians that we know and love. So. in that sense, like a really easy, really casual adventure that you can just kind of sit back and enjoy with, and everything. And it was really good to react to. It was really fun and like a really good thing and a really good time to react to. So yeah, that was the official Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So yeah, that is pretty much it for now. So thank you guys, as always, so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like and comment what you thought of the holiday special, and what other kind of holiday specials you want to see. If you want to see like an Avengers holiday special, if you want to see like a Defenders, Defenders is the only other team I can think of, but any other special presentations, any other holiday specials you can really kind of think of, you know, leave your thoughts and your kind of, you know, your wishes in the comments below, and we can all kind of congregate over them or something. So yeah, but yeah, that's to comment those thoughts. For those interested too, the full-length reaction is over on Patreon, so you can go feel free to check that out over there. Haven't recorded a video in a while, so this is going to be a very clunky outro. But yeah, for now, that is pretty much it. So until the next time, bye bye for now.